Absolutely nobody cares. Now, I know what I just said sounds very grim, dark, and like, ooh, but what I'm going to say now might not sound relevant, but I want you to think back to when you were like 2, 3, 4, 5 years old, how you expect you were treated. Every small thing you did, your parents, family, whoever it was, were like, oh wow, that's so cool. Like, you drew like a nice smiley face, woohoo. Every small thing you did as a child, and any other child for that matter, was applauded. And because our brain saw that when we were growing up, we're like, okay, so everyone's going to be watching my every move and all of that. But it's obvious to you that as you've got older, people aren't really watching your every move at all for that matter. You're free to do what you want, at least for the most part. But our brains are still stuck in this mindset of when we were a child. This mindset that every small thing we do is going to be applauded, or every bad thing we do is going to be like. The thing is, that mindset is very limiting. You aren't acting in a way that is A, authentic to you, but B, you also then feel more pressurized. You've probably seen like all of these memes on the internet, at least at some point in your life, where when someone's watching you do something, you don't perform it as well as when nobody's watching you. And the same concept applies here. Many of us, if not all of us, are walking around with this mindset that we are being watched. When in reality, sure, people might see us from the corner of the eye or whatever, but they don't really care all that much. Because oftentimes I sit and observe people. I'm just the kind of guy who goes deep into like the psychology of things, but there's minor micro movements that people do when they are in the presence of other people that they wouldn't quite do when they're by themselves. What I mean by this is the most basic of examples you can think of, really. But say you trip and fall. If nobody saw you trip and fall, you'll just get up and continue. You wouldn't do like anything strange, like brush off your knee or whatever it is. But now because someone saw you fall, to like deflate or deflect rather the attention away from it, you'll like just rub off your knee and like rub off the dirt or do something else after getting up. And it is all stemming from this mindset of everyone caring. But now I want you to think about the person who saw you trip and fall. A, they're not really a good person if they think it's funny that you fallen, but in fairness, most people don't think it's funny. So, moving on to the next point then. Why do you think they care? Because think about it. 10 seconds later, they carrying on with their life. Completely forgot about you. Forget about the fact that you fall. That's like not even in their mind whatsoever. They can't even remember you as a person, really. If it's someone you know that well, they're not going to be thinking about it. Worst case scenario, and I mean, hey, in this case, you made a positive impact. They're busy laughing at the back of their mind that, hey, shit, that guy fell. I hope he's okay. I mean, hey, I hope he's okay. But I think it's still pretty funny, you know. But aside from that, 1% of people, nobody's going to care. And that's quite a liberating or freeing mindset you can have. A lot of us are concerned about what some third party external person is going to be thinking. And I can't really, how to put it, I don't really relate to this anymore in a social aspect because I'm going to be completely blunt with you. In a social aspect, I do weird things. I've done it for years and that's just how I am. It is what it is. My weird things, I'll like randomly just start singing as I'm walking, those sort of things. And I know most people would consider that weird. But why? Like, sure, I mean, it is considered weird to like just be walking about randomly start singing for most people. But is there anything fundamentally wrong with that? No, far from it. Like I said, there's actually a famous psychologist, a few of you might have heard of him, but his name was Sigmund Freud, and he spoke about this very thing. He spoke about literally the fact that we are conditioned as children to believe that everyone cares, when in reality no one does. Best case scenario, you have a few people who do care about your overall well-being, so that's fair, like your family, your parents, your woman, your close friends. These people do care about your overall well-being, don't get me wrong on that. but you'll be misled to believe that they care about every single micro thing that we do. Something for you to think about. But with that said, bro, I'll see you in the next one to become a better man.